Bitcoins and beer, bitcoins and beer. Here is Norm, he's a storm as he screams and raisin rants. He is here drinking beer, spilling bitcoins on his pants. Hello, it's me Norm again, here once again to talk about bitcoins and beer. First of all, today's beer is Dead Guy Ale by Rogue Brewery. They're up in Oregon. I don't talk about this beer enough because it is kind of expensive for me. And I don't normally buy it because it is a little too expensive, but I went to the store and all the other beers that they had that were regional and more reasonable price for me were out, so this is all they had. So I spent $2 extra. So try it out again. I've had it before. It's good beer. So strong mouthfeel, very not very effervescent, but it's a stronger mouthfeel. You're not on camera. Don't worry about it. Today I want to talk about something a little deeper than normal. I apologize for deep thoughts and all this stuff. But I want to talk about the value of Bitcoin and how people value things other than Bitcoin. So I will use this book that most people are familiar with. A lot of people don't read it, actually. I read it a lot when I was younger. Of course, I was forced to read that book. When I was younger, I was supposed to go into seminary, actually, but never actually did. So I want to talk about Luke, what was it, 21:12, Matthew 21:12 is what I was thinking of. Is like when I think every time I'm pissed off at my bank, I think what would Jesus do? And I think of Matthew 21:12. He would tear shit up, basically. But I'm thinking of actually Luke 21:2, I believe. Look it up because I'm not really sure. Yeah, I've been drinking beer. Who knows? Dead Guy Ale. Jesus. He's a dead guy. Oh, yeah. I do have to apologize for everybody that doesn't like Jews because this book was either written about Jews or by Jews. So I have to apologize for
just take a Red Bull and feel like Madonna. Like I feel like I just got... But, you know, no, she's on right now and I want to watch this fucking video.
Okay, alright. Madonna won.
But no, I mean, Peter,
it's Grammy song.
Peter did it when he took freaking Red Bull. Alright,
cool. I have no idea what she's saying. The Grammys are on in the other room. She's watching them. And so hopefully she won't be bothering us more. But like I said, this book was written 2,000 years ago or longer. Either about Jews or by Jews. So anybody that doesn't like Jews, I apologize. Because actually it has a lot of good things to say. Really a lot of wisdom in here. So I apologize if you don't like Jews. So we're talking about Luke. Luke, I believe it was 21:2. So, okay, before this austerity where, you know, all the poor people were depending on the taxpayers to pay their way, and austerity and entitled to the taxpayers. What are you doing? I have a cat here. people used to actually give money to called charity. Did you just do that? Okay. My cat. I'm talking to my cat. Called charity to poor people, which they should. Totally agree. And Bitcoin is perfect for giving charity, by the way. I've mentioned this many times before. Bitcoin is perfect for charity. And so a bunch of rich people were sent around and gave like a bunch of golden whatever bowls and whatever. And then this poor woman, this dirt poor woman, came up and gave 2 copper coins. Of course, this guy named Jesus, who was a Jew, said to the rich people, because they started laughing at her. They ridiculed her. They're like, ha ha! Yeah, you gave 2 copper coins, and we gave all this money because money was value, or gave all this stuff that was valueless, no value to them, and they just gave it to the poor. She gave 2 copper coins, which she could have fed her family with, but she gave it away to charity. A lot more value to her. And he said to these rich guys, a guy named Jesus, Jew guy, said, she gave more than you. She gave more than you. Imagine that. I've been called into the Grammys. But I want you to think about that when you think about value of money. And value of Bitcoin, or value of gold, value of silver, value of copper, value of goods, bread, oil, any commodity, eggs, chicken, beef, whatever you think. Think of your value to it. Everything has a different value. I don't know how else to explain it to you than your book. Read your book. If this is your book, read it. Cheers. Satoshi saved is Satoshi earned.